Early in the morning, man. Early in the morning. I'm making content, man. I done told that story now. I don't know, man. I feel like making some content. Anyway, this is my office, man. You see who it is. It's Carolina. It's always Carolina. Who is that? Who that? Oh, that's Cam. It is what it is, Cam. I don't care if you dress weird or not, man. You still my dude. Carolina all day, every day. Oh, he from Atlanta, okay. From Georgia, okay, but he played for Cackalack. Kill that. It's my homeboy up here. My boy did this movie. He got a movie on Tubi. Movie called Trapping the Rapping. My homeboy produced that movie. Alright. And oh, you see what it is. You gotta have this in the house. That's what Chadwick Boseman. First Black Panther toy that came out, man. We still got it. Black Panther, we really own that over here. My man said, what he say? He said, the song said,
I heard he was going to be a sheriff. I thought he was a bondsman. I don't trust that nigga. I think he's a convict. He's smarter than most, but he plays country dumb.
Oh, man. Carolina, man. Ain't nothing better than Carolina. Hold on. Look over here. Who we got over there? Oh, my goodness. That's MJ. They said MJ from New York. Okay. So what? He played for Carolina. Ah! Who we got over here? The Black Bomber. They say, oh, Kobe from Philly, he played for LA. So what? Well, he came into the league. Who he come over here with? The Charlotte Hornets. Everybody act like they forget that. And Charlotte, y'all dropped the ball, man. They gave Kobe up for a daggone Vlade Divac. Vlade Dottie. And you know what? Vlade Dottie. They gave up Kobe. They gave up the Black Mamba for Vlade Divac. Damn. Charlotte, y'all dropped the ball right there, man. But anyway, man, I'm up, man. Let me make some content. I really don't even know what to be talking about this morning. But I'm going to tell you another story, man. Here goes a story, man. Always be aware of your surroundings. Always know what's going on around you. I remember, man, in my 20s, how they say, in my starving artist days, when I was a starving artist, I mean starving nigga, no money, no home, no nothing, just a dream of making it, right? So I remember, I would get on a bus. I would get on a bus, I would get on a train, and I would go anywhere, nigga, with no money in my pocket, a couple clothes, a book bag, and some CDs, the rap. And man, it was one time in my life, man, I was, like I said, the whole objective of this story, subject of this story is to be aware of your surroundings. Well, I was down in Atlanta, somewhere off of Covington Highway. I believe I was in a place called Lithonia. I think that's what it was called. But I was down there, man, and man, I hadn't been there now. I was there probably about a good month and a half. Like I said, I was in a place called Lithonia. I think that's what it was called. But I was down there, man. And man, I hadn't been there now. I was there probably about a good month and a half. Like I said, nothing was opening up for me, nothing was happening. Done called everybody I could get money from to send me money. And boy, I'm talking about, boy, I'm down that bitch. Dollar. Listen to me. How they saying, hey, listen, child, let me tell you, child. I was down that bitch starving, child. I'm hungry, nigga. I was down that bitch starving, child. And I was pretty much damn near homeless out there, bitch. And everybody used to ask me, they said, man, twin, why you go way to Atlanta the damn be homeless? I said, first of all, nigga, I ain't go to Atlanta to be homeless. I went to Atlanta to get a record deal. Nigga, I know the fuck y'all talking about. I went down there to get home. You feel me? But it didn't happen like that. You feel me? So they was like, man, you could have stayed around here and be homeless. I was like, hell no. If I'm gonna be homeless, I'm gonna be homeless where don't nobody know me. Ain't nobody know me down there, motherfucker. So it didn't matter. Man, I'm living in abandoned houses and everything, fam. It's a true story, B. I mean, I put this stuff in my music all the time. I ain't trying to glamorize my story and make it better than what it is. I tell you how it really went. Man, I was down that John homeless, B. Had nothing going for myself. I could rap, I could sing, look half decent. But nothing was happening. And man, when I tell you I was down there, boy, I was down there about a month. Boy, I don't know how long it's been since I ate. But I was walking down the street. It's a true story, man. I can't make this up if I try. I was walking down the street. And nigga, I looked to the right. And it was a nice Jackson bill standing there, just looking at me. Won't nobody around. I said, this gotta be God. Manna from heaven. Man, I picked this $20 up. I looked around and I didn't hesitate to move away from that area quickly. And I got to walk down Covenant Highway. Now, anybody familiar with the area? It's a restaurant, man. I don't know the name of this restaurant, this carry-out, this place. But boy, they make some banging wings. They got some good food. All I know is it's in a shopping plaza on Covenant Highway. And there's a pawn shop on the corner. And the chicken place is like right there in the midst of all that. It's a little, how they call it, a shopping strip plaza right there. But it's a pawn shop on the end. On the very end, and there's a chicken place right there. I don't know the name of the chicken place, but boy, they make some banging ass chicken. So, always gotta be aware of your surroundings. Now, keep in mind, man, I ain't ate in weeks, and I just found some money. So I found this chicken place. Matter of fact, I didn't even know what the chicken place was. I think once I got close enough, I smelled where the chicken was. I just followed the smell into the door, and they was in there cooking, right? And man, I went in there. And man, I got like the biggest plate of chicken they had in that joint. I think I got like a 3-piece, but they gave you like this big breast, this thigh, and you get a leg or whatever. But I got like the 3-piece with some fries. And it didn't matter. I had $20. I'm getting ready to eat good for at least a day or two. You feel me? So got me a nice chicken plate, man. Got some hot sauce, and man, I sat down. When I sat down in this restaurant, it wasn't nobody in there. Now, it was some people in there. It was some people in there that was cooking the food. And it might have been 1 or 2 people waiting to get their food or already eating their food. It didn't matter to me. I didn't really see them because I was so hungry. Remember, you got to be aware of your surroundings. I was so hungry. And I was going to eat. That's what I came there to do, to eat. So, man, I put my head down and I proceed to put work in on this chicken. I'm talking about hot sauce on everything, and I'm smashing it. I got to put this right here so you can understand how it was. It was like, and I'm going in. I'm eating like a nigga that ain't had nothing to eat in a while. Because guess what? I hadn't ate in a while. But even then, you should still pay attention. I should have been looking up, paying attention to my surroundings. Nigga, I was so focused on my food, making sure. Because I didn't know the next time I was going to see any food. Yeah, man. But I'm killing it. Going. I'm in there. And boy, I go through all 3 pieces of chicken. That's the breast, the thighs, the leg. I think the leg was the last piece I got on. And then, by the time I get to my fries, I happen to look up while I was eating the fry, and there's a woman sitting with her back turned to me, but there's another guy in front of her. He's facing me, and he looking at me. Now, I don't know if he was looking at me because he was like, damn, this nigga hungry as shit. Or if he felt sorry, like he felt like maybe he wanted to give me some money to get some more food. Or he was probably saying, damn, that nigga probably really fucking hungry. That nigga probably ate it a long damn time. I don't know if that's why he was looking at me. But when I looked up to eat that fry, that nigga was looking at me and he was eating some chicken too. Or maybe he was looking around like, damn, shit. Well, maybe he said himself, I ain't the only one hungry. And when I'm looking at this dude, I noticed something about this dude. And keep in mind, I wasn't paying attention to my surroundings. I was locked in on the chicken. When I looked up, I seen him. Because when I got my food and sat down, I didn't see him or her. I said, I'm getting in my zone. I look. Keep in mind, this Atlanta. It ain't hard to see a star. They everywhere in Atlanta. Boy, I'm talking about, man, that's the good thing that I loved about Atlanta. Nigga, you go to the corner store. Go to a corner store, run into T.I., see 2 Chainz and them boys. You can see them, cause it's the A, baby. You know what I mean? I remember I used to go past his marathon. I used to see Big Boy all the time, like see him in passing. And you know it was them, cause you gonna know them stars when you see them. You feel me? And when I looked up, he was looking at me, and I said, man, anybody ever tell you, look, no, I'm still eating this fish fry. I done killed all this chicken. I said, man, anybody tell you, man, you look like that nigga from Bone Thugs, man? He was eating his chicken. He was laughing. He said, man, they say that shit all the time. He was back eating his chicken. And the girl that was sitting with him, I don't know if his wife or his girlfriend, I don't know who it was. But she turned around, she said, that's that nigga. I was like, oh, shit. Then you gotta keep in mind, he a superstar. He probably was trying to be on the level. You know me. I'm out there with $1. I just got $20 to go to the meal, but I was out there bitch starving. With $1 in the train. Oh shit. I'm like, oh shit, what's up, nigga? You know what I mean? I'm talking to this nigga from across. So he probably like, no, he got how to get out of there, cause I probably done blew his cover cause he was on the low. But they gotta always be aware of your surroundings, man. And anyway, I could tell, that after I started talking to him, I probably did blow his cover, man. I was just excited to see him. I'm here, this nigga right here across from me, and it's Lazy Bone. That's who it is. It's Lazy Bone. And he's sitting there. Anyway, man, after he recognized I knew who he was, and we was talking and chopping it up, he was looking around because everybody started recognizing who he was then. He kind of like got the hell up out of there. He got up, was eating his chicken and making his way. And he a real nigga. Let me explain. He a real nigga, man. He won't know wasn't surrounded with no bodyguards. If anything, it was just him and a shorty. And we walked out with him. And my man go to a white Cadillac. Matter of fact, if you see this video, one of y'all tag him to the video and verify the story if I'm lying, if you think I'm telling it. I got so many stories about so many people in the industry and people I done came across. I got a mind, I'm an elephant with this, but I don't forget. Kind of like a Republican, a black Republican.
Not so democratic in my personal views.
But anyway, yeah, man, he walked while we was walking out, we was talking, we was chopping it up, and there was another artist while I'm standing there with Lazy Bone, and he walking to his white Cadillac. He gave me a CD. I'll never forget it. The CD said L. Burner. Somebody tag him and verify the story. He gave me a CD, said L. Burner. I think he was in town to do something. And while we standing there was another artist. Keep in mind, there's a pawn shop on the end of this chicken spot right over here. This chicken spot is in this plaza, but there's a pawn shop right here. There was another artist, and I won't call his name, but I want to tell the story, but I ain't gonna tell the story because I don't want to seem like I'm trying to put nobody down. That ain't what I do, especially not from the South. I'm not into putting down the South. I'm not into putting down anybody, actually, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm at the bigging up my people. But while L Burner gave me, while Lazy Bone gave me this CD and got in this white Cadillac, I think it was a Sedan DeVille, him and this girl, we was in, like I said, a place called Lithonia off of Covenant Highway in this little chicken joint. Wow. I'm sitting there talking to him. I said, hey man, I said, yo, that goes such and such from that group. Well, that artist who was pulling stuff out of his truck, out of his car, taking it in the pawn shop. So I offered, man, I'm just that person. I'm just that kind of person. I offered to help this rapper, this artist. He wasn't a rapper. He was a singer. I offered to help him take some of that stuff in the pawn shop. He said, "No, man, I got it." And I told I went back and told I was telling Lazy Boy, I was like, man, my man, just he said, man, he might be in between. He said, hey man, he might be in between them royalty checks. And then I ain't saying to try to embarrass nobody or nothing. This is what happened on that day that I found it. Same day that I found $20, hadn't eaten in about 2 to 3 weeks. Met Lazy Bone. Nigga gave me a CD that said L Burner. And then there was another artist at that pawn shop pulling his merchandise or his belongings out of his car to take them into the pawn shop. And hell, at that time I was homeless, baby. I was homeless, barely eating, couldn't get nothing going. And I just think of stuff like that. Now, these stories mesmerize me, man, because man, I'm in my own house now. I'm in my own place. I learned to do so much, you know, and I came so far, man, even when all odds was against me. But somebody tag Lazy Bone and see if he remembered the story. All right, man, until next time, take care of yourself, take care of each other.